Hey guys, it's Dave from nuSoftware here. I thought I'd make a short series of videos showing how to make a nuBuilder site from scratch. Um, to start with, I thought I'd make a simple library database just because when I first started learning nuBuilder, I made a pretty terrible library database. And yeah, I thought I'd go back and after using nuBuilder for years, I thought I'd make a bit better one. um, so yeah, to start with, I've downloaded the default nuBuilder pack, um, and when you do the default install, it'll install all the PHP, Apache, MySQL, all that kind of stuff, and it'll install this nuBuilder thing in your start menu and have these shortcuts. So yeah, it installs the sample database and sample debtors. Sample is just a blank site. It's what we're going to use to go from scratch, and then it installs sample debtors as well, and that's just it's got simple customer product invoicey debtor system. That's one that we just put in there default just to show one of the uses of nuBuilder, one of the many uses. So yeah, let's just log in and check out what the sample one's like. It's just the skeleton of the site, what it looks like. Set my password to password for maximum security. No one's ever going to hack that. Okay, so yeah, this is your setup tab. This is what all the developers use to make their sites. Yeah, it's just simple. So basically, when we add all our forms, which you'll see later, we'll have different tabs up here. But I just thought I'd show you this. Okay, so this is all loading off the sample database. Now at the moment, because it's a blank nuBuilder, just the skeleton of a blank nuBuilder site, we'll have a look at that now. You'll see it. Yeah, because of all that, it's just going to have the ZZSys tables. So if you actually go to PHP MyAdmin, you can actually get to that through this nuBuilder shortcut. Where is it? Yeah, there. So if you actually look at that, these are all the database it has in it. So yeah, this is the sample one, and all it has is the system tables. And you always know it's a system table, and it has ZZSys underscore whatever. So yeah, we're gonna make this library database by copying yeah, this sample one here. For now, we'll worry about that a bit later. What I always like to do is focus on what tables and fields that the database is actually going to need to do what we want. So here's what I prepared earlier. So basically, yeah, database name, new library. I thought I'd add the new there just because for anything nuBuilder like, we add a new in front of it to show that it's nuBuilder-esque. And here's just a plan of what screens I want, very simple, and what reports that you can do, like that I plan to make for it, and just a procedure. But no, we'll worry about that later. Okay, so the first thought that came into my head is I need a book table. Believe it or not. So I got my book table and then primary key of book ID. Now the convention that we're all used to at nuSoftware is whenever we make the table, we generally don't use plurals. Not like books, just book. And yeah, a primary key of book underscore ID. All our primary keys will usually go table name underscore ID, and then every other field after that usually has its table specific prefix. So this, in this case, it's BOO. All these other ones have BOI for book inventory, etc. That's just so you can see where each field's from a glance. This doesn't matter at all. Yours can be called whatever you want. You can change that in nuBuilder, but we'll worry about that later. Okay, so first thought that I had was yeah, you got your book primary key, and then the first thing that came into my mind is the publisher. So every book has a publisher, title, serial number or some kind of code. I'm not exactly sure what I should call it. That doesn't matter, but we'll worry about that later. And how many pages, not that that matters too much. But I was wondering how I'd store the author against it. At first I just had a foreign key like this. So at first I just had that, but then I thought some books can have multiple authors, so like two people co-authoring it or something like that. So I thought I'd make a actual new table that'd be a one-to-many relationship. So if a book had two authors, I'd link to this author book table, and then there'd be two rows in there for each author. So it'd be a one-to-many relationship. And also that serves a purpose later on. You'll see, you don't have to worry about it now, but this table can be very handy for having subforms in nuBuilder to be able to see from the author page and the book form, seeing lists of which authors made it and which books the author has done. But yeah, we'll see that later. Just going over the general, these tables I've thought of previously, but I won't go over all of them. I just thought I'd go over the general structure and convention we do with most tables. So the convention here was because this was a one-to-many relationship, we usually go, because it's between book and author, I thought I'd go author underscore book. Yeah, that's the other convention that we usually use. A lot of these, it's probably no point just going to keep going through, but what I thought I'd do is show the database side, what we'll do in PHP-MyAdmin. This is what we use to make all our tables and fields. It's very easy. You don't generally end up doing a lot of queries adding fields. We just use PHP-MyAdmin. So the first thing I want to do is to copy this sample database. Once again, PHP-MyAdmin just timed out. Happens all the time. It's kind of annoying. Okay, so I want to copy the sample database and make new library. So if I just go open up sample, make sure, don't know what's going on there. Operations. Okay, and now I want to copy database to new library. I want to create the database. That option's there just in case. Just say I already had an NU library database. If I untick that and then add drop table, it replaces all the tables over the top of it. So that's very handy if you've got a test site or something, and you want to install the updated live site over it. You just tick add drop table, untick create because you don't want that any queries, and then it will just go through and replace everything. But yeah, we don't need to do that now. So yeah, new library. I want to copy all structure and data, and I'll switch to the copied database. So if we do that, okay, so it's been moved to new library. So this is our new database. Yeah, exact copy of sample. So now we can start adding all our tables that we've planned earlier. So I'll start with the book one. So if I go to here, first thing, create a new table on database in new library book. I should make one field for now. It's just easier. You never know how many fields you're going to add in total, so I'll just start with one. So book underscore ID. Now, what we do for our primary keys is we always make them varchar and then 15. So that's how long the varchar is. So because it's a unique ID, the best way the convention that we always use is a primary key is always a 15 length varchar one, just to store the PHP unique ID functions generated ID. Don't need to worry about that. Yours can actually, you can be a lot of things, but yeah, that's just what we do. So I'm not going to let it be null, just because you don't want nulls in your primary key. Then I'll make it just primary like that. Okay, so we got our book table. Now I can start adding all these other ones. First one, publisher ID. Oh, by the way, Notepad++ is awesome. I highly recommend it. Yeah, it's probably the best editor you'll ever fun. A shameless plug. Okay, so if I go add at the end of the table, how many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I want 4 fields at the end of the table. Okay, first one, BOE publisher ID. Now it's the same thing, it's ID for the publisher, so I want varchar 15. But for this one, I'm actually going to let it be null, just in case there's a book and it doesn't need a publisher or something weird like that. Okay, so yeah, that tapping's my roommate. Don't know what he's doing. Okay, so this is just going to be an index. It's not going to be a primary key, but when you add this, it automatically adds an index to it, which is what you want. Next one, BO title. This could either be a long varchar. Usually I'm lazy, I'll just make everything a text. In fact, let's do that. So they can make a title that is 1,000,000 characters long, and who cares? Nah, actually I'll do it the proper way. Okay, so we'll make it, can't have a title longer than 50 characters, varchar. And yet it can be null. Okay, BO serial. Okay, this can be a varchar again, just because we want to have letters or numbers. Serial, I don't know how long. I'll make it 50 just in case. Could have some huge serial, but that doesn't matter. It can be null as well. And BO pages. We'll leave this as an int. How many? Make it 10, just in case someone's putting in the Bible. In fact, I wonder how many pages the Bible has. Oh, for now we'll leave it as 10. It can be huge if it wants. Okay. We'll let it be null as well. Okay. So I'm just saving that.